Alright, I am back with an Overwatch 2 video. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that. I'm probably going to play sometime today a little bit, but it is Destiny Reset Day. So I am doing what will be a pretty brief recap of some pretty brief story developments, albeit there are a few somewhat interesting things in here. I kind of thought we were done with the Pirate Lords. I don't know. I think I miscalculated how many Pirate Lords there are supposed to be. But this appears to be the second to last week of at least relic collecting, because there's only one more spot in the helm that you can even put another relic. So I think we are going to be done next week. And then I think there is probably going to be some sort of final climactic mission that we've gotten perhaps hints about this week. We have another Pirate Lord to kill. We are once again, I think it's a Wolf Ship Turbine. We're now repeating lost sectors that were pulled from Tangled Shore. This one's structured a little differently. I forget her name, but I don't know. It's some marauder that sets a bunch of traps and just throws infinite amounts of shanks at you. Like all of these, this is not difficult. It's just a lost sector with one or two more steps. You have to open a couple doorways by killing a shank that drops a key. After that, we head to the Tangled Shore, where we get a little bit of a Spider origin story. He talks about how there was this once a young Elixir named Arrakis, and he was on a pirate crew, and he was double-crossed, and he had spent his life running, and then he said someone named Spider came to collect the bounty on Arrakis, except it's him. He's just talking about himself. So the origin of Spider is that he used to be a pirate and essentially assumed an entirely new identity to escape his past life. That was probably so long ago that I don't think Spider is in any danger from his old life. He's only in danger from Marasov and Petra right now. And we appear to be done playing this little game where Spider tries to scam us, and Ido tries to undo the scamming with a little engram selection. The text this week is... you pick an engram, and Spider doesn't even seem to care that you get something good from it. Maybe this means Spider likes us. This does seem to... in the beginning of the season when this was happening, it was like, a Spider selling us out? Like, is something shady happening here? For now, it doesn't seem like there's really anything other than, yes, he was trying to scam us with this little engram shell game, and now maybe he doesn't care enough to scam us. The mission log is about Ido is starting to record some things, and then Aramis interrupts and is pretty much telling Ido, like, you don't want to be what me and your father are. You don't want to go down this road, essentially. And, like, the whole season has been, like, Mithrax trying to keep Ido out of, quote, the life. But the lore this week is kind of an extension of what happens immediately after a conversation with Aramis, where she talks to her father, who she's still mad at because he was hiding all this stuff. And then it says something about how she is planning, or she's trying to find the location of the final relic herself. I don't know if that means she's supposed to be, like, coming with us or something. So maybe she'll show up in the next pirate den. Maybe she'll get kidnapped or something, and then we gotta go save her in the final mission. I don't know. The most interesting part of anything that happens this week story-wise is the final moments after you deposit the relic into the new slot in the helm. She talks about how all the original records pretty much of Nezarec are destroyed. That is, case in point, we really only had one or two references to Nezarec in all of Destiny lore, which is why everyone was so surprised to see him pop up now. But we get some very concrete information that Nezarec led the assault on Earth. That was the event that was the collapse. Like, Nezarec was the disciple-in-chief for the collapse. And the Traveler repelled the Pyramid and Nezarec, which crash-landed on the moon. And apparently Nezarec died during this process. There have been a lot of rumors that Nezarec actually betrayed the witness during this whole process, so it might be the case that Nezarec is part of the reason why the collapse didn't wipe humanity out. We also know Savathun was around during the collapse and may have also contributed to the reason we weren't completely wiped out, but like there have been all these hints that Nezarec like went against the Witness or something. We don't know the details of that, but like we have this concrete info now that he was leading the assault for the Witness on Earth. Presumably this is something that happens in a lot of systems all the time, where the Witness picks a pyramid or a bunch of pyramids and sends them at some civilization and tries to wipe them out, collect them, I don't know, something. But this went wrong with Earth because of the Traveler, and there's still like so much unknown about the whole collapse period that I'm not sure, how much more we can deduce besides that, but this is a lot more information than we had previously. We did not know that Nezarec was leading the attack there, as far as I can tell, in all my vast amounts of Nezarec research, which is like 3 total lore entries, because that's all we got on him. So this also leads to Eido saying that she thinks there is a process to like reassemble the relics and draw power from them, but she doesn't know what it is. And she's like, think of what we'll be able to do if we can do that. And it's like, that sounds like a terrible idea, Eido. And then before all this, the first conversation you have is the Drifter warning, like, hey, you're assembling pieces of a dead Witness disciple, like, might want to be careful. And so coming from the Drifter, that's something. So I think what's happening here is something is going to happen to Eido. I feel like we're going to do this summoning ritual because they keep talking about Eido taking a different path. Eido talked about one point of like if she could withstand energy or something. It feels like this, whatever ritual happens, will be something that either hurts Eido maybe or gives Eido power, gives Eido darkness powers. So if, maybe, we know the Fallen can get darkness powers without ghosts or anything. It's just something that the darkness can grant them. So what if Eido can manually give herself power somehow through this method? That could be something. There are also all these alternative theories of, okay, they're going to summon Nezarec with this ritual, and Nezarec's going to go inhabit Osiris, and Osiris is going to wake up and now be possessed by Nezarec instead of Savathun. I don't know. Something's going to happen. Probably not good to summon Nezarec, even if he was going against the Witness. At least initially, it seems like something bad's going to happen, even if Nezarec or Nezarec's ghost or whatever it is eventually can be our ally. In terms of anything else happening at resets, that's kind of it. It's like double Nightfall rewards. I finished my last pattern I need for Seasonal Plunder weapons last week. The week before, they now did the thing where if you focus the double perk weapon, it will also give you a red bar, and there was also a red tarnished metal from Spider today. So I did a little more work than I probably had to this past week trying to get those last few frames. The hotfix today did not do a lot of things that we were hoping to see, like the return of Gyrfalcon and not despawning ruffians. They pretty much just did the focusing thing, and apparently there was some sort of nerf to eager edge. I don't really even know what the nerf was. Maybe they're trying to prevent people from eager edging people into walls. I don't know. But they did something with that, and I can already see on Twitter people are mad. I don't know what it is exactly. Maybe it's speedrunning. I'm not sure. But that was not something that was discussed ahead of time. We know this week in the TWAB they are going to discuss the ban wave that went out, and then a bunch of people got unbanned, and they said something that was like human error or something caused this, and they had to manually review things, and they're going to tell us more in the TWAB. So that is going to be hopefully the end of that saga, even though that was pretty not great. And yeah, hopefully we get a good explanation for that. So anyway, that's this week for now. I'm going to make a separate video, well, I'll probably do it tomorrow, about the Cyberpunk sequel announcements and CDPR's big plans for the next half decade plus or more. A lot of stuff that just came out like an hour before this. We'll play some Overwatch 2. I might do an Overwatch 2 video. I don't know. I'm starting to lose my voice again, so we'll see how many videos I can get in here. But for now, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.